Right, welcome ladies and gentlemen. Periodically I've been doing videos on Jaguar. Why? I'm a car guy. I like cars. I have a car channel, link down below. Do go and check it out. But this has been a fascinating turn of events. It's just been so interesting. The whole rebrand coming out and then just the sort of backlash from it. The now subsequent CEO being, I don't know, quietly let go, politely let go. I don't know. He said he'd quit, but meh. I don't know. I don't know what to think of that. But anyway, we've got a new CEO. So I thought I'd cover this. Are they saved? No, they're not. They're really not. No, they're not saved. No. Stands behind the rebrand, in fact, this guy. But it is interesting. This is new waters for JLR, Jaguar Land Rover. The CEO is an Indian. It's part of Tata Motors. So if you didn't know, an Indian company owns Jaguar. And they've, generally speaking, just been doing this with Jaguar. Or JLR. Holding their arm's length, right? Well, that's no longer the case. And I would imagine that's because they know that the fallout actually hasn't been very good. So although they are seemingly standing behind it, they know that this has been very, 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 very poorly handled. And what effectively generates the most of their money, 2/3 actually of Tata's money, comes from JLR. Yeah, I think they want to get a bit more hands-on with it now. So, yeah. Let's take a look, shall we? Hit subscribe if you're new here, as well as hitting subscribe on my car channel, link down below. But let's take a look, shall we? So, this is an article on Autocar, which we'll look at, and then we'll kind of flip between a few, basically. So, this was, again, at time of recording anyway, a few days old, because Tata's CEO announcement is a few days old now. But the reason why I'm doing it now is because he said new things. I didn't know quite what would happen. I wanted to wait and see whether there'd be any comments. You know, an announcement is just an announcement. But I wanted to see if there's been any commentary. And there has. So we're going to cover it. Anyway. So the appointment of Tata's highly experienced CFO, PB Balaji, to replace Adrian Mardell as CEO of JLR will always be remembered for the extraordinary intervention of US President Donald Trump. Interesting. So the 47th president claimed out of the blue and without the slightest justification for such incendiary remarks that Mardell was leaving in disgrace and that Jaguar was absolute turmoil. So if Balaji, JLR's first Indian CEO, didn't already know he was facing a tough assignment, he certainly does now. The sheer speed of Balaji's announcement makes it clear how anxious the Tata parent board must have been to get its hands directly on the reins of its cash cow British subsidiary, which has recently been generating up to 2/3 of Tata's total group revenue, which is mental. Mental. So Balaji's appointment was confirmed on Monday. Last Monday, just 4 days after Mardell's departure announcement, even though JLR had originally intimated with the mock calmness of routine corporate announcements that the identity of a new CEO would be announced in due course. It's now perfectly clear that Tata felt there wasn't a moment to lose, which just makes sense. Basically, they just got to it super quick. This is the guy, by the way, this chap. So there had already been ample warning that JLR's recent excellent financial results were about to be torpedoed in the latest quarter of a dearth of Jaguars to sell, and by the ill effects of rising US tariffs, which forced the brand to stop US exports in April amid the uncertainty. So the latter looks especially serious since the Discovery and the best-selling Defender are made in higher tax Slovakia, not alongside the Range Rover in lower tax Solihull. So for those that don't know, even though Jaguar was a British brand, now an Indian brand, they make their highest or best-selling Range Rover Defender, whatever it is, over in Europe, Slovakia. Well done. So they've got worse tariffs than the UK. Well done. Which means that they're screwed, basically, on tax. So it was also clear that there would be no abatement in the new electric Jaguar turmoil of the past 9 months, given that the Type 00 concept design was continuing to prove highly controversial and the recent news that the launch of production models would be postponed, along with that of the Range Rover Electric, because of a feared lack of demand for luxury EVs. So basically, that's what this guy's got to deal with, right? And so they say this, that whatever the shortcomings of outgoing CEO Mardell and his even more controversial predecessor Thierry Bolloré, PB Balaji seems to have a rock-solid pedigree. He's run the Tata Group's finances since 2017, and he's credited with righting a corporate ship that was listing dangerously when he took over, an achievement that has brought a healthy rise in Tata's share price. It is still to be established whether he can be classed as a car guy in the way Ratan Tata, the group's patriarch who led Tata's acquisition of JLR 17 years ago. So JLR sources say Balaji has been involved in the management of the British operation for many years and well understands the intricacies of the reimagined strategy revealed with Bolloré. That does not prevent him making changes, however. Right, so that's the thing, right? So he understands it, and Autocar are like, well, he could make some changes. One of the fascinations of the near future will be watching whether and how JLR's shape changes. Right, well, what's happened? What's happened now? Well, it says, new JLR boss stands firm against criticism of Jaguar's seriously woke rebrand. Oh, right. Oh. So he's not going to change anything then. Business as usual. Couldn't possibly change anything and listen to people. No. Idiot. Absolute idiot. So Balaji gave a resolute response when asked about the POTUS's comments by reporters claiming the car maker has seen a positive response to its new image. No, it hasn't, you absolute raging brainlet. Are you actually that dim, or are you trying to gaslight everyone? Which is it? Because it's not a good look, either one. According to The Telegraph, he said, we have put our plans together. The cars are being revealed. They're getting exciting responses from the customers on the ground. Therefore, that's what the strategy is. What does that even mean? What? We have put our plans together. We know. The cars are being revealed. We know, and they look like a dog's fucking dinner. They're getting exciting response from the customers on the ground. Who? Therefore, that's what this strategy is. The strategy is to reveal crap product and get mediocre excitement and disenfranchise your customer base. Well done. Well done. Again, remember, JLR does make 2/3 of Tata's revenue. 2/3. And they're going to tank that now. Well done. So business as usual, like I said. Complete business as usual, guys. Nothing's going to change. Literally nothing is going to change with this guy. At all. He just seems to be continuing down the same stupid path. The same stupid path. So, Autocar were like, well, you know, he knows it. He might still change it, though. He's not going to change it. Unless they do. But then this is going to look dumb when you do, because you've said that this is the strategy regardless. So, there you go. Business as usual. Still going to keep going down the dumbass path. That, I mean, you could literally stop now. You could stop. You could chuck a V8 in one of them. That'd be good. No? Alright, no worries then. So there you go. Business as usual, ladies and gentlemen. The new... What is it like? The new boss the same as the old boss? God damn. Whatever. Leave your thoughts down below. Bye now.